It's here! The brand new member of the Go family is finally here, and I could not, and I kid you not, I could not be more excited than I am right now. And this time it's even better than you have probably thought. It's certainly better than I have thought previously, and actually it has a lot of things that have surprised me in how much I love them. So if you want to know absolutely everything about the new Go 3, keep watching this video because I have taken this camera to the hell and back. Let's start with the coolest updates, shall we? Call me biased, but I personally love how Insta360 is listening to content creators and FPV pilots. This is something that most of the companies just couldn't care less about. Yeah. And this is one of the reasons why I have decided to switch completely from GoPros and the other action cameras into everything that I have, which is being Insta360 only. And we're 3 years strong, and I'm absolutely not thinking about coming back. And this is the rule that works for both my content creation and my FPV flying. The Go family has actually revolutionized the entire tiny action camera industry and my personal FPV drone racing life. Because the first version of this camera has been as big as 2 gummy bears and it has weighed just 20 grams, making it absolutely okay for me to put on my racing drones and not lose a lot of time. Now Insta360 Go 2 has weighed 27 grams. It has been a little bit bigger than its predecessor, but it has updated so many things that I've been asking Insta360 for so long, so I was absolutely happy with it. And I thought that actually Insta360 cannot do anything else to make me even happier. Now, I was wrong. Because Insta360 has came up with the Go 3, and yes, this is the heaviest one of the cameras that they actually have right now with 35.5 grams. It's also a little bit thicker than its predecessor, the Go 2. But the features that I'm gonna tell you about in a sec are absolutely worth it. Now, yes, this is 15 grams more than the camera number 1. Yes, it is, but I would still put it on my racing drones, my freestyle quads, as well as all of my smaller stuff. And there's a lot of reasons for that. The camera comes in 3 memory capacity variants, 32, 64 or 128 gigabytes. And price-wise, it makes the most sense to buy 128. And by the way, I'm obviously leaving you the links to the camera down below in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. And if you buy anything using those links, I will get a little bit of a commission, so thank you very much for doing this. Now, where were we? Differences. Yeah, the biggest difference from 2 to 3 is the action pod. And I love this thing beyond anything. Go 2 got the special case that could serve as a little tripod and a quick settings access. Go 3 has an action pod with a flip screen, which I wasn't really that excited about, to be perfectly honest, but then once I started using it, I got really excited about it. This camera just got extra points! Look at this! I don't even need to connect it and I see things.
Oh, that's cool. Why can you see your... Oh, yeah. This is there.
And I kid you not, this action pod thing is the best part of this camera, in my personal opinion. The action pod allows you to change the camera settings, watch the content and see what the camera sees in real time, both remotely and in dock. What is also great is that you can leave the camera farther away and not only control it remotely from the pod, but also change all the settings if you realize that something is a little bit off. This is great because it allows you to save your phone battery and skip on the connection problems that I sometimes had with the cams and my phone. It simply works, and I love stuff that simply works. Plus, it allows you to avoid a lot of issues when you were setting up all of the settings and you were like, oh, this is good enough. And then you watch your footage and you're like, oh my God, no. So with this little guy with a flip screen, this is not an issue anymore. What is more, both camera and the pod are somewhat waterproof. The pod itself is just IPX4, meaning that you can take it with you to the beach or to the rain and just splash it a little bit with water. But the camera is IPX8, meaning that you can take it with you underwater up to 5 meters. And I have been doing some testing of it. Go3 has an enhanced video capabilities of up to 2.7K. Yes, 2.7K in this little thing. Another pain point of the series that has been enhanced is no clip length limitations, which personally got me way more excited than it should. And with a larger battery of 310 milliamps, it can record up to 45 minutes without the pod, which is 50% more than the Go 2 could have done. And probably this is why the camera got a little bit heavier and thicker. But hey, you can literally just climb a mountain and just do 45 minutes each time, which I maybe did. Go3 also has a second microphone, which is giving you a crisper audio from the camera itself. Now, hear me out. Remember when I said that I was actually looking forward to this? I take it back.
Yeah.
Right, meow.
Right meow.
Right, meow. I do feel it.
Oh.
Okay, can I stay here?
Let's keep coming, guys.
No!
Working out.
No!
Yeah, cruel on my nuts.
Yeah. This is actually great. And again, we're talking about a 35-gram camera, which is this big, okay? And the microphone itself is good enough to actually make it possible for you to understand what I'm saying, even though it's underwater. And please ignore my panic speech on both of those videos. The Go3 also has new recording modes, including pre-recording, loop recording, and timed capture. And actually the timed capture is one of the best things because you can set up your camera somewhere in the pod in front of the window and you know where more or less the sunrise is. So you set up the time in which it should start recording the video that you want and you don't have to wake up for the sunrise. You can just wake up whenever you want and the video is there ready for you, which is great. And obviously, if you have been watching this channel for a while, you know that I absolutely love the possibilities of post-production with Insta360 and correcting some of the mistakes that I have made eventually along the way, which is great. But today I also want to tell you about the AI-powered editing capabilities of this camera and the applications, because if you have a trend in audio, some idea of what clips to use, but no idea what to really do with them, you can let the application do all of the editing for you while you look for more trending audio. Okay, all of those things are really cool, but what do you get in the box? Upon opening, you will see the standard Go series packaging and the tiny camera sitting on top of the goodies. Action pod, magnetic necklace, a tiny stand with a quick release system, and I personally also got the quick release mount and some ND filters for the camera because I basically think it's a standard. I just need it. But you are probably wondering what have I meant when I said that I have taken this camera to the hell and back. So let me tell you that this camera has been through a lot. From FPV flights, roller coaster rides, tough hikes into the cold water. So let's start with a little bit of FPV because this is what we are here for, and then we're gonna go to other things that I have done with this camera. And for FPV, this camera is amazing, especially if you care about the weight. It's a perfect addition for racing pilots, 3-inch quads, and so much more. And with the current no max clip length, you don't really have to worry anymore about the race delays, which obviously are a thing. I remember when the max clip length was like 5 minutes, I was always scared that I will not catch my last lap or something like this, but now, no more problem. This camera has survived some crashes too, and still has no scratches. It also survived some magnetic sand, so it's great. And since I got this camera just before going to Disneyland, I have also taken it with me on literally all the rides. I have tested it on roller coasters, smooth rides, walking around, making fun of things and enjoying the fun. I have worked with it in both good and worse light conditions. And yes, it won't be perfect in dark and fast roller coasters, but for what it is, it's amazing. I have also taken it to Switzerland hike where the camera had to survive awful sun, height, extremely cold water and a lot of movement, as well as a bumpy ride. And to be perfectly clear, I do use a lot of cameras for my content creation depending on the thing that I want to do. But Go series has absolutely found its place for me, and especially if I want to hide the camera or I want to do some POV shots of things that are kinda, you know, sketchy. And what do I mean by sketchy? You can literally put this camera under your shirt and then put it out on the magnetic necklace and no one will ever know. So whenever you go to a place, they're like, no cameras, you can still cameras. Plus, it's actually pretty great on the roller coasters because it has a really nice stabilization in it, as well as it's pretty tiny, so it's not really a problem on the roller coaster. And with the magnetic necklace, it was actually surviving most of it, but my brother has made a 3D print for his wrist, so he could just hold it and have everything a POV of his hands. But I actually like to have stuff like, you know, somewhere here, so it's real POV. Depends on what we're actually looking for, I guess. And with the pod, I finally don't have to go, you know, blindly with the camera thinking, oh, maybe this is a good shot, maybe this is it, maybe this is what I want, but I can literally see everything without using my phone, because sometimes I need my phone for other things, like a script or a list of things, or just other things that are going on, maybe maps, maybe whatever, and maybe I don't want to use my phone. Now I have this, and this is great, and I love it so much. And actually, if you lose your drone and you lost the vision, you maybe still have a vision from the camera and you can find it with this screen. And of course, I know, since we're talking cameras, let's talk specs. As usual, the Go 3 is tiny and it's 2 gummy bears high. I'm joking, we're gonna go to the normal sizes as well. But it's a little bit thicker than the Go 2, so whatever you had printed for the Go 2, unfortunately it won't fit. The upper of the camera is 2.2. Focal length 11.24 millimeters. Available photo resolutions are 16:9, 1:1, 9:16, 2.7:1. Video resolutions are 2.7K on up to 30 FPS, 1440p up to 50 FPS, and 1080p up to 50 FPS. Slow motion setting gives you 1920 to 1080p on 120 FPS. The weight of the camera itself is 35.5 grams and the action pod is 96.3 grams. The dimensions of Go 3 are 25.6, 54.4 and 23.2 millimeters. The action pod with the folded screen is 63.5 to 47.6 and 29.5. The camera also has a 6-axis gyroscope, so you know what to do with this, right? The battery capacity of Go 3 is 310 milliamps and the action pod is 1270 milliamps. Final thoughts? I have been a fan of the Go family since Go 1 and it has been an absolute game changer for me in each and every way. And each one of the new cameras from the series is another game changer for me personally, but also for a lot of pilots and content creators. It gives us an ability of doing so many more things than we actually thought of previously. And this is probably one of the best cameras that you can get for your FPV drones within the price range and absolutely within its weight range. I will obviously be doing a lot of FPV videos with the Go 3 as well as a comparison video with Go 3 versus Go 2 because this is something that may be of interest for you, so be sure that you are subscribed so you will not miss out on that. And of course, I'm leaving you the links down below in the description box and in the pinned comment for the camera and its accessories. You can check it out on Amazon or on Insta360 website, and those are, as I said before, affiliate links, so if you buy something after clicking them, I will get a little bit of a commission, so thank you so much for doing that. So what are your thoughts about the Go 3? Is it as revolutionary as I think, or is it something a little bit less? What would you like Insta360 to put in the Go 4 or any other cameras? Let me know down below in the comments and let's have a conversation. Also, if you liked this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up to help me make algorithm extremely happy. And while you are waiting for another video from me, check out the video right here. It's from Bali Rice Fields and it's a lot of FPV, so you may enjoy it.